Good morning, my friends. I'm doing something a little different on this full moon because mostly that I just can't get it together to write stuff down. I don't know what it is. So we'll just do a quick video and tell you about what is going on in this full moon. So, first off, what I would love to say is like, have you been feeling it already? Because this is some it's literally fiery energy. It's an Aries full moon, and it happened this morning at, I want to say like 5 a.m. Um, and so this could have been affecting sleep. This could have been affecting kind of energy, interacting with other people, because this is a Libra Sun Aries full moon. So it's definitely in relationship to other people. Um, if you've noticed since probably maybe last weekend or something, easily since Monday, if you've like been waking up during the night, me. If you've been lying awake for a while, also me. And just not being able to go back to sleep, or things have been racing. That's been interesting. And also to know, like, during the day, do you have more energy? That's been an interesting component with this full moon. So those are all, the sleep thing's not so great, but the extra energy during the day has been kind of nice. So hopefully, you've been receiving the healthy benefits of this full moon and not the unhealthy benefits. I'm lucky enough to have both. So I'm going to pull up the chart. And this is a screenshot I took this morning. So it's a little bit, but it was just perfect for what I wanted it to show you for this full moon. And I wanted to do, again, like the video, because there's just things I wanted to point out that might help with the energy of it, because there's some different kind of energy. And so for those of you that follow astrology, maybe you've been watching, people have been talking about what's called a Grand Cross. Let me see if I can point that out. So we've got this Mars in Cancer here. Here's the full moon right here, the sun opposite the moon in Aries. So the sun in Libra, the moon in Aries, squaring Mars in Cancer, and then down here squaring Pluto in Capricorn. And so this is what we call a Cardinal Grand Cross. And so the energy is about this, it's action-oriented energy. Cardinal energy in the chart is about initiating things. However, when there is this big red square in the chart, they're initiating different things. And so what could feel, I kind of call it a ping pong game. It's like having a ping pong ball within you that's like sending you in different directions to like feel different things at different times, um, which can create some tension, which is what this red lines, do, is they create tension within somebody. But what they're trying to teach you is like, okay, maybe it's how do I slow down and really pay attention to what it is that I need in the moment? Because all these energies are alive in you. You want to be able to give each of them energy, and to give each of them a voice, and to give each of them time within your day. So let's walk through these energies. Let's start with the sun. Sun in Libra. What does the sun in Libra really hope for most is balance. They really want things in life to be balanced. They want their relationships to be balanced. They want their home to be balanced. They want their artwork to be balanced, so that they want their colors to be balanced. I'm outside staring at all the beauty of the tail end of our fall season here, and just looking at how that's starting to get unbalanced, of like how there's more leaves on the ground in some places than on the trees. But it's like some of this even balance with nature. So thinking about in your life, where is it that I'm craving balance? And how is balance working for me? That would be a Libra question with the sun in Libra. So let's go to and it's like a lot of what Libra is concerned about is truthfully is the other. So how am I in balance in relationship to blank? And one of the big focuses is usually with another person. And these are your one-on-one relationships. So how are my relationship with my spouse? How's my relationship with my sister? How's my relationship with my parent? How's my relationship with my coworker? How's my relationship with my boss? All those. So anyone that you have a one-on-one relationship with, you're asking that question of how am I in balance? Where am I out of balance? Which is what the Aries moon over here is going to give you the opportunity to ask that question, because Aries is thinking about the I. Aries can be a little bit impulsive. So this is part of that revved up energy we've been feeling. So it's like this is where Libra sun gets to ask the Aries moon, so how am I doing at this? How am I feeling in balance? Because if I'm not in balance, then this is the type of energy that could be a little bit more impulsive. It can react. It can be more reactionary. That's a word I like to use with Aries, is to notice that it's a little more reactionary, of like, if you're feeling like you're out of balance, it could cause some kind of emotional reaction in your body that then could come out of you, or you need to move it somehow. I say go move your body. You move your body, you move the energy, but then you also get a chance to ask yourself, like, what is that energy that I am that I'm feeling imbalanced with? That's supported to some extent by this Mars in Cancer. So squaring both of these this full moon is the Mars in Cancer, which is going to be there for a very long time, into next May, except for its stint of 2 months in the Mars in Leo. It's going to be in Cancer for a long time. So we need to get used to this energy. So Mars is the ruler of this Aries full moon. And so it's residing in Cancer. Mars doesn't love Cancer. Mars is an action oriented energy. Aries is an action oriented energy. It wants to go, it wants to do, it wants to initiate, it wants to be courageous. It doesn't care if anybody goes with them. It just wants to go. Cancer cares who comes with them. Cancer is curious about, like, well, how's my family doing? How's my child doing? How's my mom doing? How's my sister doing? Like, what's going on in my family unit? And, are they doing okay? And so one way that Mars can do that is it can take action towards how can I serve them? How can I help them? How can I be supportive to that energy? The hard part about this Cancer energy is when it overdoes it, right? When it overgives or it overserves or it over nurtures to the point where Cancer doesn't feel like they took care of themselves. So having Mars in there, what we're looking at is, like, again, like the Aries moon, how am I taking care of myself? What is it that I need? What is it that I need to do with my day this morning, which was looking at all the beauty that was out here, drinking my cup of coffee before I did this video? What is it that I need in order to be able to be with others? How is it that I can be my best self before I connect with the rest of the world? So that's a really big question that is being asked in this full moon. Now let's go to opposite Pluto. So we've got Pluto on the other side of all these things. With Pluto squaring the sun and the moon and opposing Mars, one of the questions we're asking with Pluto in Capricorn at the very end of 29 degrees, at the very tail end of this, one of the questions that it's asking, or that's asking you to examine, is, where do I feel like I'm doing any of these things good enough? This is a really great question. Sun and moon square Pluto always is asking, am I doing enough? Or it can address qualities of feeling like you're not enough somewhere. Insert blank. I'm not eating well enough. I'm not exercising enough. I'm not interacting enough. I'm not working enough. Like, whatever those questions are, it can bring up some of those feelings on the inside. And again, this is a really big internal ping pong game. But always, whatever's going on inside ends up coming out of us. So just to have some awareness of, like, is this ping pong game going on inside of you? I want to be with the other, Libra. I want to be by myself, Aries. I want to take care of people, Cancer. Capricorn, I want to go to work. Why are we dealing with all this other junk? That's a, kind of square kind of thing that maybe you may be having some back and forth with all of that. How am I balancing my time and my energy with others, my work, and my family? That's the question. So if you give yourself some space to think about that, that would be really awesome. And how you are supported is, there's also, if you see this big blue triangle inside that red square, which we're not really talking about, but it's definitely in play, is Venus is at the very tail end of Scorpio. Mars is in Cancer again, and Neptune is in Pisces. These are all water signs. And so we also have what we call a Grand Trine in water. So giving yourself the space to actually feel into that energy that I was just talking about, to actually, like, take time alone to be able to notice, where is this in my body? How am I feeling? That's a water question. How am I feeling about all this? I'm feeling super sensitive today. What do I need to take off my plate and maybe not get done today because I'm pretty sensitive and I don't know if I'm going to be able to contain or have a good handle on my emotional body around others? So, or do I just need to sit down and cry? Like, what is it that I'm really needing today to support all these ping-ponging energies that are coming from this big red square in the chart? It's really important to be able to give yourself the space to be able to do that so that you can notice. some of the tools that I would use for this full moon are, yes, move your body. I don't care if you get on your yoga mat. That's what I'm about to do after this. Get on your yoga mat, roll around, do some poses that feel really comforting and soothing to your body, or go for a mountain bike ride. I don't have time to do that today, but that is another thing. Like really get in your body and challenge it to move it. Go for a run, go for a hike, get on a machine at the gym, like something that's actually going to make your body feel all this energy in a healthy way. You could also journal. You could write down like some of the feelings, some of the questions I've asked in this video. What are some of the things that you are, um, you know, like to really check in on that feeling and how you're feeling balanced and where you're giving yourself away and where you're over taking care of others, where you're working too much, where you're not working enough. Being able to journal some of that could be really important. Get in water, get in a bath, get in a hot tub, go to the hot springs, go to the pool, like take a long shower, whatever it is, to be able to again connect with your body and also to like rinse away the stuff that's not feeling good, that's feeling kind of sticky inside of you. Rinse that away and also to feel clean, right? Like, yes, clean physically, but I'm talking about like feeling clean energetically. Like, how do you do that? And one of the ways is to use that water. So we've got the fire and earth. Let's ride your bike really fast. Let's go for a hard run. Let's pound that pavement. Let's do some of those things. We got some earth. Let's do some yoga. Let's get some stuff in order. Let's really, take care of business kind of things. And let's schedule in some downtime. That's your earth side. Air, let's journal this out. Let's go for a walk with a friend to talk about some of these things that you're feeling or someone who feels safe to be able to like share some of these feelings you have. And then also water. Let's use water to be able to wash away the sticky stuff and bring in the clean stuff. So this is not just today. This is energy again that you've been feeling for a few days and that it's heightened today and can continue on into the next few weeks. But this is interesting. So we always take a snapshot. That's why I took a snapshot of this chart this morning to be able to give you that example of like this is a snapshot of what the energy is to carry forward into the next few weeks. That Mars opposite Pluto that I showed you is in play actually in the beginning of November. So we've got this Mars and Pluto kind of tense, interactive energy that is trying to expose something. It tends to, it's like a boil that comes to the surface. And so it's trying to bring something to the surface for you to notice so that you can then take action in this cardinal energy to be able to shift, change, enhance, whatever word you want to use, whatever feels like this is the energy I need to present. That's what it's trying to bring to you. So this energy continues. So like it's okay. So like, yes, it's today and allow it. It's moving into the new moon, which is at the beginning of November. It's moving beyond the new moon. So that's why I thought it was so important to really hone in on like, okay, these are the questions, these are the energies, these are the emotions. What do we want to do with all that? So hope this is helpful. And thanks for listening. And if you need any help, I'll put my link down below this video and I'm happy to help you and I'm happy to serve you with my boundaries and after I've done my self-work to make sure that I can give my best to you guys. Take care.